Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, exactly 300 years since the death of Galileo Galilei in Oxford, England, to a father named Frank and Isobel.
Hawking and his three younger siblings grew up in St. Albans, north of London, where he grew up as an intellectual. Since elementary school at St. Albans, Hawking has shown a striking difference between his friends. Although he often plays games and is in front of a computer, this brilliant young man successfully graduated from University College at Oxford University in 1959 when he was 17 years old. However, his life journey was not as smooth as imagined. This relativity and quantum theorist was diagnosed with a neurological disease called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. This disease weakens muscles and impairs motor function. He was diagnosed when he was 21 years old. In surviving all this time, Stephen has a strong motivation. These are Stephen Hawking's best motivational quotes. My expectations were reduced to zero when I was 21 years old. Everything since then has been a bonus. Limiting our attention to terrestrial things is the same as limiting the human spirit. People won't have time for you if you're always angry or complaining. It is very important for me to write for children. I notice that even people who claim everything is predetermined and that we can do nothing to change it, take a look before they cross the road. Now we are all connected to the internet, like neurons in a giant brain. God may exist, but science can explain the universe without the need for a creator. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it exists and why it exists at all. If you understand the universe, you control it, in a way. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life can evolve into something we don't want to meet. Work gives you meaning and purpose. Life is empty without it. In a world that is in political, social, and environmental chaos, how can the human race survive another 100 years? Galileo, perhaps more than any other single person, was responsible for the birth of modern science. Humanity's greatest achievement has been by speaking, and its greatest failure has been by not speaking. I think of the brain as a computer that will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife to break a computer. It is a fairy tale for people who are afraid of the dark. I think we have a good chance of surviving long enough to colonize the solar system. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think that says something about human nature, that the only life forms we've created so far are purely destructive. We have created life in our own image. Nothing is greater or older than the universe. Keeping an active mind is essential to my survival, as is maintaining a sense of humor. I want to know why the universe exists, why something is greater than nothing. I don't think humanity will survive the next 1,000 years, unless we spread out into space. No one can resist the idea of a crippled genius. There is no way to remove the observer, us, from our perception of the world. I was never the best at school, but my classmates must have seen the potential in me, because my nickname is Einstein. There is no black hole in the sense of a regime from which light cannot escape to infinity. No matter how difficult life is, there is always something you can do and succeed. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. The past, like the future, is infinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Science can lift people out of poverty and cure disease. That, in turn, would reduce civil unrest. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not in a hurry to die. First, I have so many wishes that I want to do.